Hello, everyone. My name is Jamie Koval, and I am a college access consultant with South Carolina's Commission on Higher Education. We're here to explain all things FAFSA through our new FAFSA Explained Video Series. You will notice some mini videos coming from our agency to talk about all things FAFSA related this year. For this specific video, we want to talk about the FSA ID, which is also known as your Studentaid.gov account. So first, we'll talk about some important tips for your FSA ID, and then we'll showcase a worksheet for you to keep track of your credentials. So our first tip, number one, to know about your FSA ID is if you are filing a FAFSA, the FSA ID is required to log in and complete your FAFSA. So you will need this to begin your FAFSA. And everyone needs an FSA ID, which leads me into our important thing to know, number two. Anyone that needs to contribute to your FAFSA will also need an FSA ID. This will likely be one or both of your parents, or this could also be a spouse. We will talk about FAFSA contributors in another video. Important thing to know, number three, you will need your FSA ID to begin your FAFSA. So be sure to create it at least a week before you plan to start your FAFSA, as you will need it to log in. Important thing to know, number four, your FSA ID is yours forever. So these are credentials that will be used each time you complete a FAFSA and anytime you want to log into your Studentaid.gov account. This will be used year after year, each year that you need to complete a FAFSA for your post-secondary path. Okay, an important thing to know, number five, because it is forever, be sure to keep track of your FSA ID. Use our worksheet to write down your username, your password, answers to your challenge questions, and your backup code. And then store this worksheet somewhere safe and accessible. We also suggest taking a picture of it and sending it to your parent if they need it, or to keep for yourself as well. So we will showcase what that worksheet looks like, and you can find a link to this worksheet in the description of this video to access, to be able to print it off and utilize it. So it should take about 5 minutes or less to complete your FSA ID. And in order to do that, you can head to studentaid.gov/FSA-ID/create-account/launch to begin creating your FSA ID. And that is up here in the right-hand corner of this worksheet as well. To create your FSA ID, you will need to know your social security number, your email address, and your mobile phone number. You'll be asked to verify your email address and your phone number for multi-authentication purposes. So a pro tip is to use a personal email address, not your high school or your college email address. Once you've created your FSA ID, it will need to be verified by Social Security Administration. This process takes about 3 to 5 days. Once your FSA ID is verified, you will be notified by email. And once you receive that email, you can log in to begin your FAFSA. And one thing to remember is that everyone that contributes to your FAFSA will need their own FSA ID. So if you have questions about creating an FSA ID or about who needs one, feel free to reach out to me, Jamie Koval, at jcovell@che.sc.gov. And you will find this worksheet link in the description of the video and on our website, che.sc.gov. And if we look at the worksheet a little bit more, you can see all of the steps described on the left to complete your FSA ID. So you can read through here to follow this process as you're doing it online. And if you have any questions or need to know more details about each step, you can find that here as well. On the right-hand side is where you can write down all of your information for your FSA ID, and you can store it all here. So as you're completing your FSA ID online, you can write down all of your responses here. And then after you complete it, this is where we suggest to take a picture of it and then send it to yourself, or make sure you have it on hand in case you lose this worksheet or you don't have it with you when you start your FAFSA. Whatever the case may be, at least you will have a photo of all of this information on your phone. So we hope that this video helped explain the FSA ID process. Be sure to catch our other videos to learn more about FAFSA terminology, who contributes to your FAFSA, how the role-based form works this year, and more. If you have other topics that you'd like explained about the FAFSA, don't hesitate to drop a comment and let us know so we can create that for you. Thank you and enjoy the day.